Former President Trump already planning for another 4 years, agreeing on billionaire Elon Musk's idea for a government efficiency commission and saying Musk will lead it. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey joining us live from the White House with the latest on this. Not you're fired, it's you're hired, Tom.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Marty. Look, this friendship between former President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk has led to this idea to create what the former president calls the Government Efficiency Commission, which would be headed by Musk. Trump made this announcement during a speech at the New York Economic Club on Thursday. And while exact details still remain unknown about how the commission would be operated and staffed, the former president saying it would help eliminate fraud and improper payments and bring a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government. During this speech, Mr. Trump also highlighted how Musk first pitched the idea.
At the suggestion of Elon Musk, who has given me his complete and total endorsement. That's nice. Smart guy. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. It's very, very much appreciated. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reforms. We need to do it. Can't go on the way we are now.
Now, after this announcement, Musk posted to the social media site he owns, X, writing, quote, "I look forward to serving America if the opportunity arises. No pay, no title, no recognition is needed." During his speech, the former president also speaking of slashing corporate tax rates and making the United States, quote, "the world capital for crypto and Bitcoin." But again, this friendship between Musk and the former president, rising even more during this 2024 presidential race, Marty.
No surprise there's opposition to this partnership, Tom. Who has come out against it so far, and what are they saying?
Yeah, not everyone is on board with this idea for a government efficiency commission. That included at least one prominent person posting to social media about this. We're talking about the president for the American Federal Employees Union. It represents around 750,000 people across the country. Again, this is the American Federation of Government Employees, as I should say. And the president of the union writing, quote, "Billionaires like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and the folks behind Project 2025 want to get rid of apolitical civil service, fire hundreds of thousands of dedicated public servants, and replace them with a corrupt spoils system where government workers are hired and fired based on their loyalty to Donald Trump." But it's also important to note that watchdog groups and agencies similar to the one that the former president proposed already exist. We're talking about the Government Accountability Office, nonpartisan group, and that investigates things like fraud and wasteful government spending. So again, we might get more details moving forward, but similar things already exist, Marty.
All right, Tom, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.